Hello out there, welcome once again to my channel. My name is Olutola. In this video lesson I'll be working on division of polynomials. In previous video lessons I've done addition, subtraction, multiplication, but in this I'll be using the two methods, the long division and the remainder theorem, to do division of polynomials. To start with, I would like you to recall that when we are given an arithmetic, let's say we have 125 divided by 5, most times is written this way, where this, we call this the dividend, then we call this the divisor, and whatever we have as the answer, we call that the quotient. So when I divide 125, I put it in here. If I divide it by 5, what I have is 25, and 25 we call that the quotient. Then whatever that remains, in this case is 0, we call that the remainder. So we have 4 terms here. The most important that we'll be using that we'll be working with is the quotient and the remainder. So we have the dividend, divisor, the remainder, and the quotient. So I'm going to be working on about 4 examples that use and I'm going to be using long division and the remainder theorem. So to find the quotient and the remainder when this function px equals to 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 1 is divided by 4x minus 1, I will use the long division first. I'll use the long division method here first. It's very simple. I used to have this, I call it a rule I follow, D, M, and S. This stands for division, M stands for multiplication, and S stands for subtraction. So what I do is to draw this, the way we do this. Okay, so I put the dividend, which is this 4x cubed plus 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. I'm dividing with 4x minus 1 first. So I will do the d first, and I'll take this first term here, 4x cubed, I'll divide it by 4x. So 4x cubed divided by 4x, this will go, and I'll be left with x square. So 4x cubed divided by 4x will give us x square. We have x square. Then I'll do the m, which is to multiply, and when I'm multiplying, I will multiply the entire divisor with x square. So 4x minus 1 times x square will give us 4x cubed minus x square. So now we do the x, and the x stands for subtraction. So I'll subtract this now. When I do this, I start from this side. When I subtract, I do this subtraction, plus 3x squared minus x squared. I'm going to have plus, because minus times minus will give us plus. Then you know that this is 1, then this will be 4x squared. Then I'll continue the division. I'll start with d again. that's 4x square divided by 4x, and that will give me don't forget this is plus, so plus here, so plus here also, because this is also plus. So when I do this division, I'm left with plus x, so I'll bring that in here, that's plus x. So I'll do my m now, which is to multiply, and I told you earlier that you multiply, when you are multiplying, you multiply everything here, everything given here. So let's multiply 4x minus 1 times plus x, and that will give us positive 4x square minus x. Already you know that plus times minus will give minus here. So then I'll drop this, I'll drop minus 2x. So I'll now do my subtraction. My subtraction will give me I'll start from this side again, minus 2x minus x minus 2x plus x, that will give us minus x plus 1. I'll drop this. Already you know this will go to 0. So if you look at these two, you see that this is lesser, this here is lesser. So that is the end of the division, and I have this to be the remainder. The remainder is minus x plus 1, and the quotient is up here, x square plus x. So that is question A. Then let's do the second one, which looks like it. That's for the same function divided by x plus 2. So I'm going to continue with the B question now, which is to divide the same function with x plus 2. So as I did earlier, I'm going to draw. I have my x plus 2 here, and I have 4x raised to power 3 minus 2x plus 1. So I'll go again. I remember D, M, S, D for division, M for multiplication, and S for subtraction. So I'll start. The first term here is 4x raised to power 3, and I'll divide it with only x. So 4x raised to power 3 divided by x, both of them are positive, so that will give us a positive 4x square. So I'm going to put that up here now, 4x square. Then I do my m, I'll multiply. So, and as I said earlier, that when you are doing your m, your multiply, you are going to multiply with everything. You are going to multiply by the entire divisor. So 4x square multiplied by x plus 2, that will give us 4x raised to power 3 plus 8x square. Already you know that 4 times 2 is 8. So then I do my s, which is to subtract. So when I subtract, I will have negative 5x square, because minus times this plus will give us minus. So this will give us minus 5x square. So I go again, I do negative 5x square divided by positive x, and that will give us negative 5x. So I'll put that up here, negative 5x. Then I multiply. When I multiply, I have this, you know, this is plus, so this will give us negative, yes, 5x square minus 10x, I multiply negative 5x up here with x plus 2, so I am having this. Then I'll have to drop this since I have another term, so I drop this. Then I do my subtraction, my s. So when I do that, this is negative, this is also negative, so negative 2x minus another negative 10x, so that will give us a positive 8x, positive 8x. Then this already will give us 0, so I can still continue the division because 8x is much greater than x. So when I do 8x, positive 8x divided by x, I'm going to have positive 8, which I'll write. So positive 8, then I'll multiply positive 8 with x plus 2. So I'm going to have positive 8x plus 16. 8 times 2 will give us 16. So I'm going to drop this one now. So I'm subtracting. When I subtract, this will get us negative 15, because minus times plus will give us minus, and positive 1 negative 16 will give us negative 15. Already this will give us 0. So we have the answer. We have this up here, 4x squared minus 5x plus 8, to be the quotient. This is the quotient, and down here negative 15 is the remainder. So that is long division. So in the next one, I'm going to do the remainder theorem.